Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Community Journal. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you tuning us in. And if you spend any time, well, we should talk a little bit about the weather, because
Yes,
the person
yes.
to our far left, I think you probably recognize, and we'll be introducing her in just a second. But for those of you that live around here, we finally got some measurable snow.
Yes, not plowable really if you're looking for over 3 to 4 inches, but at least it's measurable.
Yes, it is
Yes.
measurable. I measured 2 inches of snow this morning, and that, other than one other day in February, which was the 18th, we did get 2.5 inches. So for the whole month, you know, we've gotten way below what would be considered normal. So we should consider ourselves lucky.
Yes, and keep our fingers crossed for those
I
of us who are
have something to tell
traveling
you.
in March. Yes.
About the snow.
Oh, and what?
They already know this, but
Uh-oh.
you said the only other day was February 18th.
Yes.
Do you know there has been snow every single February 18th for 50-something years?
Really?
I know that because that's my birthday.
I was just
Oh,
going to say,
that's
I bet
right.
I know why.
There is snow. Sometimes it's just a flurry or two, but I can honestly
Isn't
say,
that funny?
they'll tell you before I leave, I always say, it'll snow tomorrow.
Oh,
on the
my
17th,
goodness.
because I know.
Wow.
It's a true story. I was born in a storm or snow, and every year since there's been snow.
That is
So you-
amazing.
next
Wow.
February 18th, we'll check back in here. But mark your calendars. Don't plan anything. But sometimes there's a lot. Sometimes there's a little. But I'm sure there's always snow.
That is great, Carolyn.
Well, now we'll know the reason why it's snowing on February 18th
parents.
next year. There you
Blame
go.
them.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
wasn't even here when it's.
And in case you don't know, and I don't know how you wouldn't know the person to our far left here, of course, Carolyn Carey, the Community Center Director. She is the one that's sort of the prime mover around this place. And Carolyn, you are so busy, and of course also with the
I
Cultural
was just
Center
going to
now,
say she has
too.
2 places to be buzzing
I mean,
around.
2 big hats to wear, and we're so glad you were able to take some time off to come in and see us today.
I wanted to make sure I came when Eileen was here so people knew I didn't really want to steal her job. But I genuinely love just being part of.
I'm glad you're explaining that because I think you're going to be filling in for me in the next
Yeah,
couple of weeks.
That could,
We're okay with it. So. Thanks for having me in. There's so much going on, you're right. But honestly, I can't take any of the credit. There's an amazing group of people. Well, you know, you work with Jamie and Caleb who do so much. They,
right.
you know.
You're all unsung heroes, and I mean that.
Unbelievable.
I mean
And
that.
Emily, it's really a team. Carrie at the front desk and Erica
I
and
know.
Brian over at the Cultural Center. Really, I feel very fortunate to work with the people I do. And they teach me something every day.
That's really
I have
good.
a feeling you might teach them something every day,
I
too.
would think
Probably
so.
not what they should be learning.
But that makes it fun.
Just kidding, just kidding. So I did want to come in and tell you that March 1st, as most people know, just like it snows on my birthday, March 1st is the day that we send out for next year's bookings. So we send, this year we're doing, I'm going to say 90% of it electronically. We're sending it, we've gotten confirmed everyone's emails, and
wow.
I have to thank Carrie at the front desk who's done yeoman's work in getting that all set up.
Wow.
So we send everyone out their applications. They go out all at the same time on the 1st, and then it's first come, first serve, other than town departments. And that's important to know because the Council on Aging is here in this building, the Youth and Recreation. So we book those first. They've had their applications a little bit longer, so they'll get those into us. And then when people start sending theirs back, we stamp them in, including the time. Sometimes it comes down to minutes who goes in first. But you know, you've booked here before. It really is a juggling act, trying
Yes.
to get everyone in. And we've been very fortunate. We don't hardly ever have to say, oh, we're booked, can you pick another date? Because the people who use the building are so good too. They really want to help, and if they can cut their meeting 5 minutes shorter so someone can come in 5 minutes later. But that is coming up
that's
March
great.
1st. It's here, March.
Oh, I know. I don't know where February went. I
Well,
mean, I had
that's-
a problem with January, but February was like, zoom.
It's always so fast. But yes, March 1st, that's coming here.
Now, for those that might not be familiar, what might be a group that would book here?
Oh, so there's like
good
garden
question.
club, the women's club, town band, the orchestra, Compassionate Friends, Clutterers Anonymous,
Line
Overeaters
dancing.
Anonymous. We have line dancing, we have yoga, So
So,
I
yeah.
just actually, before I came in here, there's over 200 that we send
Oh,
out
wow,
to.
that's
That
Does
incredible.
that
does
include
include,
the cultural center?
no,
Oh,
God,
that's
no.
a different
that's
ballgame,
a whole
huh?
different thing. So
Okay,
no,
no,
that
good.
does include some recreation programs, but it
Okay.
was 200 on our sheet. I was
Oh, my
like,
goodness,
Wow.
that's
we're
incredible.
I mean, you see it. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
when
we
people
do.
We do.
pull in the parking lot and say, "What's going on?"
That's what we do.
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday.
It's
There's
Tuesday,
nothing.
this
It's a
must be
real
something.
day.
Yeah.
So the people of the township feel really great because they really utilize this building.
Yeah.
And I think it's come to fruition of what people thought it would be, a place where people could gather and come. We have some people who come and just sit and read a nice book.
I
The
know.
lunches, the recreation programs, plus the clubs and organizations and the weight room and the Veterans Affairs officer is over here. The cemetery department is here.
That's
There's just
right.
a lot of
Yep.
different things. We keep growing and growing. When I first started, it was like, oh, there's 3 departments here. Now there's 4 departments in the building. So we have quite a few. We're up to 6 now.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
isn't that great?
But it's wonderful, and it's wonderful for the people of the town to know that this building was needed and that it is being utilized.
Well, I'm a little biased, so I can't say that, but I agree with
I'm not
you.
biased, and I'm saying it, so there you go.
You know,
and
and
you didn't ask me to either.
One of the things that, we don't think about that often, the folks in the kitchen do such a wonderful job,
Yes.
number one.
Yes.
And also the custodians. You know, I have
You're
not
right.
walked into this building any time and it's been other than clean.
Not only that, but there was an issue last night that you had to contact a custodian about.
That's right.
When you were,
And they were there to
videoing
help, and it
something,
was
yeah.
rather late at night, and they
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah.
And, that's great. I mean, this place just works. It really
Well,
does.
it does.
That's really, whew! I gotta go on a good note. No.
Yeah.
It is important. That's what we're here to do, is work with the people. And we live in the community too, so it is important that it's a
So people that
success.
want to make reservations for rooms, should they need to get a move on?
So the sooner you get it in, the more
better your
likely
chances.
you
You
are
gotta
to
get
get
what
the
you-
room.
right,
And
exactly,
we have some
yeah.
that have, some will be waiting by their email that morning, and they'll send it right back to us.
Right.
Others will leisurely come in. There are bigger groups who need a lot of space. As always, the multi-purpose room or the gym, hardest to get because there's one of them. The activity rooms, there are 5 of. So those things are, it's just a simple mathematic
Right,
equation
right.
then.
Yes.
But the other thing I want to point out, which is really important, because I was doing our budget, as you know, the budgets were due, and we go and present them, and I was looking at the revenue we bring in from passports. It's almost unbelievable.
Really?
Yes, so we are doing quite a bit with passports. So I just remind people that if you do need your passport, we do it by appointment, because clearly we're busy with those. And Sam does a phenomenal job. You just call the community center at the front desk. We'll book an appointment with you. And the great thing about what we do here with passports is that Sam works in the evening, so it's nice for families, so you don't have to take
wow.
off time from work, and we have Saturday appointments. Not a lot of places have that, so just another thing we do here that if you're looking for it, and this is about the time of year, I know the schools go on trips and things, so people are looking for their passports. You gotta allow 4 to 6 weeks, so just try and pre-plan,
Wow.
but we're here to help you with that too.
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
you're supposed to have it done 6 months before you're going to travel,
You
correct?
are, not only 6 months, but there are, depending on where you go, different countries have different rules and regulations. So if you're
That's
going
right.
someplace, you always want to check that. We can help you find out what it is, but 6 months is a good rule of thumb. But in some places, it's actually, they want a whole year on your passport. So.
Oh, okay,
That is
good to know.
amazing what goes on here. Now, your other hat, the community center.
Well,
I mean,
befo-
the cultural center.
Before
right.
I go to the cultural center, I'm just going to remind everyone that the weight room is also very popular and busy, and we just got a new piece of equipment, which will be coming in next week. So,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Oh, I always make my announcements here. I'll go quick. I know. I'm having so much fun. This
Oh,
isn't work. I
take
get to
your
sit
time.
and chat with you. So Art Week is coming up at the Cultural Center, which was a huge success last year, and both Erica and Brian do a great job at that. But on March 16th, which is a Saturday, we're trying to get the whole community, town, anyone who can, young, old. We're going to take a photo. You know how they take the high school
Oh,
photos?
wow.
And we want to spell out the word Art Week and get a drone picture from above and use
Oh
that.
my, that's
So
a great
we're
idea.
inviting everyone to come on March 16th at 11 o'clock over at the Cultural Center, because we're going to, I think it would be great to see it. And great for publicity, using it on all of our upcoming things. Art Week itself, just so you can mark your date, is 10 days, and it starts April 26th. And I'm not going to give it away, but last year we lit up the word Art Week on the building, and it got featured for the state next to the Zachem Bridge. I promise you, this year you won't want to miss what we're working on. It is. We have a person in town who's been very, very helpful, but I don't want to steal his thunder. So when we light up the night, it is going to be something that the town will want to see. So
Oh my goodness.
just be ready for it. I'm sure we can maybe get him to come on and do a little promo, because
I
you
was just
don't
going to
want
say
that'd be
that.
good.
you don't want to miss this. So those are the things. I know I'll talk fast, but that's it.
Very
if you have
good.
any questions, don't hesitate to call us or contact us here at the Community Center or over at the Cultural Center.
Carolyn, we so appreciate you taking time to join us. And when you come on, it's always, we have fun.
Yes,
we
we do.
really do. And thank you so much for
You
joining
have
us.
fun whenever you work with you.
Thank you. I have a great time.
Very good. Okay, we are going to be now visiting the Brooks Library to see what's going on there. So let's take a look, and here we go to the Brooks Library.
Hello, Harwich. Thanks for joining us today for our library update. I'm Emily Milan, Assistant Director at Brooks Free Library. I'm here with my colleague, Emily Carta. We have some exciting new things going on at the library that we wanted to share with you today. So Emily, do you want to start by introducing our new museum pass reservation system?
Sure. So we got an update. Some of you might have seen some info about it on Facebook, on our Instagram page. But what it is you can now print a good chunk of our passes from home, which is going to save you a whole bunch of time. You'll just be able to pull it up on your phone, and actually you could even display it on your phone, which is a really cool bonus. Or you can physically print it out and bring it with you to the museum. There's no more having to run back to the library to pick up the pass or to return it at the end of the day, which is going to be useful. This is for, I would say, the majority of our passes, right?
11 out of 17 passes are now printable.
So that will make a huge difference. The other ones are still coupon passes, so ones like, what was it, Museum of Science
and Isabella Stewart
Gardner. Those you'll still have the little disposable ticket that you'll give to the desk, and they'll be able to take it from you at the museum. The only one that you're going to have to return is the State Parks Pass. That will hang on your rear view mirror, right?
Yep,
I just
that's
lost
right.
the word there for a second. That will hang on your rear view mirror, and you'll just return at the end of the day after using it. But otherwise, you have a lot of flexibility now with this new system. We're so excited to be rolling it out to you. It's been in the works for quite a few months, and a lot of our staff members have worked on it, specifically Emily Milan.
And I had a lot of help from Joanne Klingen and Megan Green, who are both on our staff as well. Joanne did a lot of work on the back end to make sure that the pass systems were set up so that we get maximum use for every pass that we have. So big thank you to Joanne. And Megan worked on the new calendar product that goes with the Museum Pass product. So you'll also notice that our calendar is going to look a little bit different when you click on that link from our front page of our website. But I took a little time yesterday to do a walkthrough of this new Museum Pass system to kind of show you the ins and outs of how you can use it from home. You can still always come into the library and request a Museum Pass through the circulation desk or call us and we'll do it over the phone. But like our old system, there are links right on our website that allow you to go in and reserve the pass on your own from home. So if you decide on Friday night at 5 o'clock that you're going to Boston the next day and you want to look and see if that museum pass is available so you can pick it up before you leave on Saturday morning, you can do that right from home. So I think Caleb has a video queued up in the studio, and he's going to roll that now to show you a walkthrough of Library Insight, our new Museum Pass product. Hello, library users. This is Emily Milan, Assistant Director at Brooks Free Library. I am creating this video to do a little walkthrough of our new Museum Pass reservation system. This new system goes live on Tuesday, February the 26th of 2019, and we are creating this video to show users how they can reserve museum passes from home. So the starting page is going to be brooksfreelibrary.org. That's our web page. And then underneath the tab Services, you're going to navigate to Museum Passes. That will bring you to our Museum Pass page. At the top of the page, you'll see a Reserve Museum Pass button, as well as a View or Cancel Reservations button. Before we take a look at either one of those processes, we're going to take a look at the Museum Pass specifications. So many of our museum passes are now printable. You can print these passes from home, or you can come to the library and we'll print them for you. Most of our other passes are coupon passes, which do have to be picked up here at the library, but then are collected at the museum and won't have to be returned. There's one exception, always one exception. That's the Mass State Parks Pass, which is a laminated parking permit. This pass does have to be picked up from the library the day before use and then returned directly to us, either in person during open hours or using our book drop prior to the time we open on the day following your visit. This library pass cannot be returned to another CLAMS library. It does need to come directly back to Brooks. Some program guidelines specific to users include these. Library users can book passes up to 60 days in advance. Users are limited to 5 passes per month and 2 passes per day. Users with $25 or more in fines or who have had 2 no-shows in the last 90 days are blocked from reserving passes. No-shows are when a patron reserves a pass but never comes in to pick it up. So before you can reserve passes, you'll need to clear those up here with us at the library. There are no age or residency restrictions for reserving passes, so library users of any age can reserve the pass, and you don't have to be a Harwich or Cape resident in order to do so. So now that we've taken a look at some of the program guidelines, let's go look at the system itself and reserve some passes. So the first option is to reserve museum passes. If we click on that link, it's going to pop us out to this page. This page lists all of our available museums in alphabetical order. Now, what you might notice missing from this list as we scroll through are some of the seasonal museums that haven't opened yet. For example, the Chatham Shark Center or Edaville Railroad, and Monomoy Island Excursions is another example. So those venues have not opened for the season, so you won't see them on the list until we get to that 60-day window, within that 60-day window of their opening. So right now, we're looking alphabetically. We'll see the first museum that's listed is the Cape Cod Museum of Art. Next to the museum name is that little printable icon that lets us know you can print this out and take it directly to the museum without coming into the library. You also can come to the library and we'll print it for you if you don't have access to a printer at home. Underneath the museum name are the pass details. For example, this pass entitles 2 visitors to free admission to the gallery. It's not valid for special events or program admissions. We do advise that for hours and additional information, you contact the museum directly, and we've listed their phone number, and we've also linked their website below. You can also see the wording here. You may print this pass or come to the library and a pass will be printed for you. So that's just a second indication that this is a printable pass. Underneath, we have a map link and the website link. This will take you out to the Cape Cod Museum of Art's website or to a map to show you exactly where the museum is located if you're not familiar with its location. Scrolling through the list, the next museum listed is the Cape Cod Museum of Natural History, which is also a printable pass, as is the Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theater, and the Edward M. Kennedy Institute, located in Boston. Next on the list is the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, which does not have that printable icon, indicating that it is a coupon pass that has to be picked up here at the library. Then we have the Mass State Parks Pass, which is our one outlier that has to be both picked up from the library and returned to the library. Next on the list is the Museum of Fine Arts and the Museum of Science, both of which are coupon passes, followed by the Witta Pirate Museum, which is a printable pass. The last museum on the list is Zoo New England, which is a coupon pass and has to be picked up here at the library. Moving back to the top of the list, let's reserve a pass. So you're going to select the pass by clicking on the museum or venue name. This will take us out to a calendar page where any date listed with a red X is a date that either the museum is closed or the pass has already been reserved for that date. anywhere where you see the number listed, this is a date. It's a clickable link. You can request that date. So let's request the Cape Cod Museum of Art for Thursday, February the 28th. You're going to enter your 13-digit library card number and then click Reserve Pass for Thursday, February the 28th. This gives you an opportunity to back out if you either want to view other available dates for this museum or if you want to select a different museum. We're going to reserve this pass for this date by clicking on the link, and then here it is, Cape Cod Museum of Art for Thursday the 28th, and this is a printable pass, so I can either print this pass now or I can email it to myself to print later. This can also work if you have a smartphone. You can email the pass to yourself and then just pull it up on your phone and show it to the museum while you're there. So now we've gone through the process of reserving that pass. I have emailed it to myself, and we can go back and look at current reservations. So that would be using this link here, View or Cancel Reservations. So clicking that link will take us out to this page where I can again copy my library card number and click View Reservations. And here you'll see the Cape Cod Museum of Art for Thursday the 28th. So if I've lost the pass that I printed or I can't find it in my email, I can go through View Pass Reservations to either email it to myself again or to print the pass for a second time. I can also cancel the reservation. So if something comes up and you've realized you won't be able to travel to the museum on that date, you can cancel the reservation by clicking Cancel. And here we go. We're all set. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope that you'll give the new system a try and visit one of the many wonderful museums that we provide access to through this system. I do want to throw in one quick shout out to the Friends of the Brooks Free Library. It is through their generosity that many of these museum passes are available. So thank you to the Friends for providing our community with access to these wonderful venues. Thanks, and hope everyone has a wonderful day. All right, so there's a walkthrough of the new system. We hope that everyone finds that it's really easy to use and that you enjoy having that access from home and being able to print passes, go right to the museum, not have to come into the library to pick anything up, and not have anything to return either. So we think that'll be really a time saver for everyone. I also wanted to say that thanks to the Friends who provide many of our museum passes, we're able to provide these to you free of charge. The Friends have been really busy lately, actually. Emily, do you want to tell the viewers about the other project that we have going on at the library right now?
Well, right now the Friends are actually working with some carpenters to install cabinetry in the meeting room. So you might notice some construction going on over the next couple of weeks. But the spaces to the left and the right of the stage, as well as the space where the circulating art, you may have noticed that when you first come down the stairs and it's right to your left, that space is going to be storage, so we can have more things in the library, have them tucked away safely, and you know, it'll look really good in the building too, especially after that facelift we just got on the outside, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that construction started yesterday. It's going to be going on for a couple of weeks. So you may notice when you come into the library that programming, our ongoing program, like our book groups and our writers groups and some of our children's events have been moved to other places in the library. So make sure you take a look at our event calendar on our webpage or stop by the circulation desk and ask a staff member if you're coming to attend a program where that's going to be, because our meeting room will be closed for the next 3 weeks while that construction is ongoing. So we're really excited about that. Like Emily said, it's really going to add a nice lift to the room and to the space. They're also going to be repainting the space. So thank you to the Friends for getting that project off the ground. That's very exciting. Oh, one last new thing that Emily will also tell you about, because this is her project that she's been working on. While I've been working on Library Insight, Emily has started a new library podcast.
Yes, my pet project, my baby. Some of you may have heard it actually and listened to it already. It's available on pretty much all the main podcasting platforms that you would use. So Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. You can look it up. It's called the Brooks Free Library Podcast, also BFL Podcast. We may change the name, so we may need your input on that to see if you have any suggestions on what you'd like it to be called. But Jamie Thornton and I, we pretty much talk about anything and everything related to libraries, related to what we do, books. So if you're curious about, you know, the life of a librarian or what it's like to work at Brooks Free Library, please, please, please listen to us. You can find links on our website if you look under programs and then BFL podcast. We're going to post every episode there as well as also make it available on these other podcasting sites. But
Yeah, so that's really exciting. The first podcast, if you're looking for book suggestions, that's the place to go because they talked a lot about different books and titles that staff members have been reading. And so good book suggestions if you're looking for any information there. We also have been working on uploading content to our YouTube channel, which we're going to be building over time. And so the video that we just watched, the walkthrough of the museum pass reservation process, is now posted on our YouTube. So if you're a Channel 18 viewer, you can always go to our website and you can find that walkthrough on our website on the museum pass page. But if you're watching this program today on Channel 18's YouTube page, we'll comment down below and add a link to our YouTube page so you can go take a look at us there. So thanks for joining us, and we hope that you get a chance to try out that new museum pass reservation system really soon. Take care.
Well, we appreciate Emily and Emily taking time out of their busy day.
Emily Squared.
Emily Squared at Brooks Library, which, by the way, looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, it does.
It really does. They did a wonderful job over there.
And those who are inside working do a wonderful job as well.
That is very, very true, Eileen. Okay, you've got a couple of musical things to talk about.
Yes, yes. Spring is coming and March is coming, and there's going to be a Celtic Crossroads concert Saturday, March 9th at 2:30 and at 7:30. So there's two different concerts that day. It's a celebration of Celtic songs, tunes, and spoken word. There's going to be the Fox Hunters, Max Cohen, Rose Clancy, John Alden, Sarah Ford Marchio, Jonathan Ford, Bailey Ford, and Thomas Marchio, with Dennis Cunningham and Sanichi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's presented by the Friends of the South Harwich Meeting House. That is at 270 Chatham Road, South Harwich, and the tickets are $20 with a beer and wine cash bar. So if you are interested, sounds like a nice fun evening for $20. Call 508-364-5223. Lots of entertainment that night. Celtic Crossroads concert, Saturday, March 9th, at the newly renovated South Harwich Meeting House. And if you haven't seen it, it's
They did a gorgeous job. Yeah.
It is, beautiful. And the next concert I'm going to tell you about is at the Harwich Cultural Center that we were talking about at the top of the show with Carolyn. The name of the concert is Deeper Than the Skin. Reggie Harris and Greg Greenway are going to have a musical presentation on race in America. It's going to be held on Saturday, March 23rd at 7:30 p.m. at the Harwich Cultural Center, and it is being put on by the Harwich Cranberry Arts and Music Festival. The tickets are $20 to $30 online. It's a long HTTP address, so perhaps I'll give you the phone number instead.
Good idea.
Thank you, Jack. 508-432-1885. There's also, there's a website, CRAN, C-R-A-N, Fest, F-E-S-T, production at hotmail.com. So there you go.
Very good.
Or on the web at www.harwichcranberryartsandmusicfestival.org.
Yeah, that sounds like a very interesting concert.
Yes, it is.
Really
So
does.
it's Saturday, March 23rd, Deeper Than the Skin, Harwich Cultural Center, 508-432-1885 if you're interested in tickets.
Very good. Now, this publication comes out every month and a half or so. This is the Cultural on Aging newsletter, the Council on Aging newsletter. And I'll tell you, if you don't have one, if you are someone that can use this kind of information, it's all right here.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there is so much in this.
It's amazing.
It really is. I mean, it's amazing what the Council on Aging does around here, and
what they provide, the services they provide.
and the services they provide. So if you don't have one of these, they are now out for the March. This is the March-April edition, and it is available here at the community center. So you really should get one of these. The COA board, they're very active. And all of the folks, Emily is now at the front desk, and she is doing such a great job there. So go get one. They're really good. And again, I can't believe this is the 27th annual Soup Bowl effort. That is now coming up. Soup Bowls for Hunger, 27. Yes.
Wow.
Soup Bowls for Hunger will be held on Wednesday, April 10th at the Cape Cod Regional Technical High School in Harwich. This yearly fundraiser for the Family Pantry is hosted by the Cape Cod Potters and the Technical High School's Culinary Arts Department. All expenses for the event will be underwritten by the Cape Cod 5 Cent Savings Charitable Trust. This is a great opportunity to help the Family Pantry. And you know, we've gone to this several times, and it's amazing. You go in, you have soup, and you go home with something in your hand. You know, a one-of-a-kind,
have many of them.
a one-of-a-kind item, which
Yes,
is a
and they
soup
come in
bowl.
handy.
They do. A soup bowl made out of pottery, and it's unique. And you know, it's yours once you go through this.
And you are helping to feed the hungry.
And you're helping to feed the hungry. There'll be 3 settings or sittings for this event: 5:30, 6, and 7. And tickets cost $20 each. So again, that is taking place April 10th at the Cape Cod Regional Technical High School.
Yes, and it's a very nice take.
Yes,
and
it
you're
is.
helping people.
And you are helping people, which is the important thing. Okay, Michael Locke and, of course, Tyler Maker from the Conservation Trust. Michael sat down with Tyler to bring us up to date what's going on there. So let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to the monthly update for Harwich Conservation Trust. My name is Michael Locke, the director, and we have with us here today Tyler Maycath, our Outreach and Stewardship Coordinator. We're going to tell you all about our upcoming March events. Hard to believe it's almost March already.
Yeah.
Or March as it is, rolling right around the bend. We've got our Live Owl program coming up March 9th. Saturday, 13th annual, hard to believe.
Yeah.
And it's Marcia and Mark Wilson, naturalist, owl educators. You see there Mark with the Eurasian eagle owl. Looks kind of like a great horned owl, but it's even bigger. It's the largest owl species in the world by weight. And Marcia holding snowy owl. Both of those owls will be present at these programs on Saturday, March 9th, right in the community center gym, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. There's Marcia with 2 spectacled owls from South America. We're calling this program Live Owls from Near and Far because we have owls that represent our local species. You'll see a couple photos in a bit, and you'll see owls from farther away, like those spectacled owls from South America. There she is with a local owl species. Screech owl. They come in those different colors, don't they, Tyler?
Yeah, there's a red phase there that you see. There's also a gray phase. So, multicolored owl,
And
same species.
Tell us where those screech owls nest.
They nest in cavities in snags, which is why it's very important to leave standing dead wood in the forest. Tree cavities are utilized by a number of different species, but important for screech owls.
Yeah, there she is again with that Eurasian eagle owl. It is a beautiful owl. When she walks around with these owls tethered to her gloved hand, she'll actually invite folks up to have some hooting lessons alongside these owls. And believe it or not, these owls will hoot back. And it's just such an amazing experience. So we rarely get to see owls. Sometimes we'll hear them, right, on a still winter night or twilight evening. But to see them up close and personal, to see their feathers and learn more about their habits and biology is a real opportunity for folks to get to know the wildlife around them, and of course some of these species from farther away. It's $5 for ages 5 to 11 and $10 ages 12 to adult. For 13 years we haven't changed those prices. We try and keep it reasonable so we can have as many people enjoy these programs as possible. It's not recommended for under age 5. Again, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can either reserve in advance by credit card online at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, or you could pay at the door. And it's going to be a really wonderful experience. So we look forward to it. Right around the corner from there, we have another event. It's really the lead-off organizational meeting for our annual herring count. Tell us about that, Tyler.
Yeah, that's right. We have our annual herring count coming up that we conduct citizen science project in conjunction with the Association to Preserve Cape Cod and Massachusetts Division of Marine Fisheries. We have volunteers count herring every single day throughout the day between the period of April 1st and June 1st. And it's a location on the Herring River. And it's really quite incredible to see these fish migrate. They are diadromous fish, which means they spend most of their lives in salt water, actually. And then they migrate to freshwater or brackish water to spawn, to lay their eggs and have their young. A very important food source for a number of different wildlife species, but also quite beautiful on their own to watch and see thousands of fish sometimes migrate in a matter of a few minutes. So if you're interested in helping us with this, it's a minimal time commitment, typically on your part. We have a kickoff meeting on March 19th here at the Community Center. It's going to be at 3:30 in the multipurpose room. We will have Dr. Muramoto from APCC here, and she will be talking about herring counting all around Cape Cod and population trends on herring as well.
Oh, that's great. We look forward to that. Thank you, Tyler. It's always a spring phenomena, isn't it? That herring migration happening all around the Cape, and of course right here in Harwich, in their namesake river, the Herring River. So right around the corner from there, Saturday, March 23rd, save the date, 10th annual Meet Your Local Farmers event. Right down the hall in the gym of the community center. This is where farmers from one end of the Cape to the other come from all of their different beautiful settings to meet with the public. This is a free event, no admission charge, noon to 3 on Saturday, March 23rd. So come on in. And you can meet and greet up to 50 different local farmers and farm-affiliated groups. You can see some of these photos here taken by our volunteer photographers from past events. We have everybody from our local Cape Cod Lavender Farm or Pleasant Lake Farm to Kroll Farm out in the Upper Cape. We have folks from more folks from the Lower Cape Eldridge Farm, which is more over in the Brewster Harwich line area. You have folks who are raising chickens, whether it's for their eggs or meat. You have the cranberry jelly harvest folks who have these preserves, delicious. A lot of these products will be available for sale during this event. It's a wonderful event to shake off the winter cabin fever and kick off the 2019 growing season. There will even be some farm animals. We never know what farm animals will show up, but there always is a wonderful variety for folks to see and hear and get up close to. So we hope you can make it. Again, more details at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. Then we just round out March. I think it's March 30th, right, Tyler?
That's right.
March 30th with a non-native invasive plant presentation, and you've been working on creating this collaboration. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this is sort of a bonus winter talk for us this year. It's March 30th, 2 p.m. at the Harwich Community Center here in the multipurpose room. Yeah, we have a talk with Teresa Sprague from Blue Flax Design, who is a local landscape architect and ecological designer, and the Harwich Garden Club. And we're going to be talking all about invasive species that are present in our local environment. So what is an invasive species? It's a species from elsewhere that has become naturalized in the local environment. And you see here some Japanese knotweed growing up through some cracks in the concrete. It's a very invasive plant. It's from Japan. As it turns out, a lot of the invasive species that we have locally are from Japan and China, which has a similar climate to New England. These species really take over certain habitats and really dominate the forest to the exclusion of other plants. So we want to learn all about things that we can do as homeowners and people on the Cape, and what we could do to manage these species in our own yards, steps that we can take to minimize the spread, and other plants that you can have in your yard that may be just as beautiful and not so problematic for the environment.
So there'll be some part of the presentation on native plants, it sounds like, that might be more beneficial to local wildlife.
Yes.
And just creating healthier habitats on local properties. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. So a lot of these plants originally came here from the nursery trade. So a lot of people still have these plants growing in their yards as ornamental specimens, such as burning bush, and they're unaware that they can be pretty invasive and detrimental to natural habitats. So the talk will go from 2 to 3, and then afterwards we're going to take folks out in and around the community center outside to learn to identify some invasive plants that are present locally here.
Oh, that's great. So it's, there's an indoor portion with the presentation led by Teresa and yourself, and then there's also the outdoor field identification.
Sure.
That's a neat combination.
Yeah, a short field session outside for those folks who are up for that.
Yeah.
So weather dependent. But.
And people can just show up to this event at 2 o'clock on Saturday, March 30th. They have to pre-register?
We're asking folks to pre-register by emailing
okay.
us at events@harwichconservationtrust.org. But also, you know, if you don't get to it, please feel free to come. It's free.
Great.
So we'd love to see you there.
Thanks so much. It's great. It's great collaboration with Teresa at Blue Flax Eco Restoration Company, based right here in Harwich, and also our local Harwich Garden Club. So we're going to end again with that live owl program. We really want you to come out. Don't forget, March 9th, Saturday, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Come on down to the community center. You can pay at the door, $5 ages 5 to 11, $10 ages 12 and up. Come down and see Mark and Marcia and their incredible owls. It'll be just a terrific experience. More info at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again the next time around next month.
Thanks.
Well, we appreciate Michael and Tyler taking time out of their busy schedule to bring us up to date. And again, wonderful pictures, as always. They do such a great job. We have that little library, the Chase Free Library in West Harwich. I always like to think of it as the little library that can.
Yes, and it is.
And
You're
it
right,
is.
Jack. That's a nice way to put it.
Local author Robin Smith Johnson is coming to the Chase Library on March 19th at 2 p.m. to share her latest book, Cape Cod Curiosities, Jeremiah's Gutter, The Historian Who Flew as Santa, and Puckwudgies and More. Sounds like an interesting book. Cape Cod may be a popular tourist destination, but it also has more of its share of strange and unique history. Join author Robin Smith Johnson as she uncovers the secrets behind many unique places, remarkable events, and fascinating people. The parking is in Vieira Restaurant parking lot in back of the library. Chase has an ongoing book sale during open hours, Tuesday 10 to 4 and Saturday 10 to 12. Quality hardcover and paperback books, as well as children's books, are available. So another happening at the Chase Library.
Yes, they are very busy over there.
They certainly are.
Yes. And another busy place, unfortunately, is the Homeless Prevention Council. If you are struggling to make ends meet, they have expanded their community outreach. The HPC, Homeless Prevention Council office at 14 Old Tote Road, in Orleans, has evening hours now on Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. So please, if you are in need of their services, please take advantage of this extension of their hours. Evening hours on Wednesdays, 4 to 6 p.m. Oh, and they're going to be here at the Harwich Community Center at that time, every Tuesday from 1 to 4 p.m. Okay, so the office itself in Orleans is evening hours on Wednesdays from 4 to 6, and every Tuesday from 1 to 4 is here at the Harwich Community Center. Sorry about that.
Well, I think you cleared it up very nicely.
Well, thank you very much. And if you want more information, because mine is so confusing, the number is 508-255-9667.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Folks, that is our show for this week. On behalf of all of us here at Channel 18, we really appreciate you joining us.
Yes, and please take advantage of everything we've told you about. We're lucky to live here in the little town of Harwich.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.